Polo number 2. It's always good to check out your time signature, which is common time, 4/4, 4 crotchets in every bar. Check out the speed you're expected to play at, adagio. You might like to check that on a metronome, who knows? And of course, check out your key signature. This is in G major, so we only have one sharp F to contend with. However, after I say that, there are several accidentals that need your attention. Best piece of advice I can give you is to just check through line by line and look for dodgy notes, so that when you get to the second line, you see that F natural. I know you might want to mark that for yourself. Who knows? You might want to say, oh, that's F sharp in the preceding bar, and I'll have to move my second finger back a semitone to that F natural. Marking semitones and tones is a little bit of working out that saves you a lot of work. So work smarter, not harder. Put the infrastructure in, and then you don't have to keep working it out every time you play the piece. You just practice the correct habit. It's the sneaky way to do stuff. Oh, an accidental C sharp. I might just tell myself that there'll be a semitone there between the D and C. Oh, then my C sharp goes to a C natural, so I should probably mark that semitone as well. What else do I have in the second line? A G sharp accidental. I'm gonna have to make a fingering choice there, whether I use my third finger stretched out or a low 4. Let's look at what's next to help. Next thing is a G natural, so probably makes more sense to use a high 3, stretch it out, and then bring it back to a ringing note. Might just mark that for myself. You might use a sharp, you might circle the note, you might put an arrow above it, I don't know. Whatever works for your brain is the best course of action. Now at the end of that second line, I've got a couple of E's, except they're not E's, they'll be fourth fingers on A. I'll have to listen out for those and make sure that they trigger sympathetic resonance from my E string. That will mean I need to bring my left elbow through, because if my finger is hitting the E string, no resonance. Good to know. Maybe I'll just write a note there for left elbow for myself. Okay, another semitone to be aware of. D sharp moves back to D natural. Cool. C sharp accidental. I'll mark in the semitone. C sharp moves to a C natural. Let's mark in the semitone. Then I have the C natural continuing. Looks like I have a little chromatic passage here with G sharp accidentals. Weird. Last line. Flat, B flat. First finger's going to have to move there to get the B flat right. An F natural in the second bar. Retain the F natural, retain the F natural, and then I have some other double stops. Now, working out, work smarter, not harder. The next thing I'm going to think about is what level my bow's operating on. And if we think about that system of levels, 1 being G and 7 being E and 2 being our chords, so we have, in this piece anyway, we're going to think of level 2, level 4, and level 6. And I'm either playing with my bow on level 2, or 4, or 6. It's that simple. There's only 3 potential angles I should be playing at. It can be really useful. I don't know if you want a color coding system or whether you just want to walk through it. Identify what level you're meant to be playing on. Often when we have double stops like this, people start doing weird string crossings that aren't necessary, and that just ends up being really inefficient and a huge mess. So if you find a passage that isn't working very well, try stopping and going, okay, well that's, level 4, 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 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Right. And let your bow just drone back and forth on that level and get the feeling of equalizing your double stops before you try doing insane things with your left hand. So, I'm going to play it for you. Feel free to play along if you've got the music at home, or just listen. This deals with major and minor intervals. There's still a lot of relative pitch happening, and usually at least one of the notes in this double stop is a resonant note. So it's going to be a G, D, A, or E, or a B, or something that will trigger resonance. Hopefully I get them all right. Okay. G major, don't forget. Probably I also shouldn't play with a hair coming off my bow. That's not the best life choice I've ever made. Okay. Probably should have warned you at the end of the first line there's a C and F sharp double stop. It's going to mean pulling your third finger back to play that F sharp. Happens just here. It's not a new idea. You did this in book 2, right? Playing things in half position, and we use that third finger creeping back specifically in book 4 a bunch of times. So not new, but good to just zero in on. Then it moves. Also good in the third line to be ready for the chords where you've got one finger holding down 2 strings. It needs a little bit more tension from your upper arm and shoulder. Playing and getting that to swap nicely. And then the third finger travels across. And then we do the same thing with second finger. 2 and 2. And then we're fine at the end. I hope that helps as a little introduction to the second polo study. Love to see your videos if you're playing it, and make sure you tune your violin well. So tune your A string with a tuner or a piano, and then use relative pitch and use your ears and mess around. It's okay to take 10 minutes tuning, it really is. It's a skill that you develop and will only improve if you keep on practicing it.